Hey guys, welcome to a Code by Nirmal channel. So in this video we are going to see how to print a pattern like this. So before going to see how to print a pattern like this, let me explain this pattern. So the first row contains the elements like 1, 1. The second row contains elements like 1, 2, 2, 1. The third row contains 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And the fourth row contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now let me stop with this row 4. So on analyzing the pattern, here you could see the first row contains 2 elements and the second row contains 4 elements. Likewise, the third row contains 6 elements and the fourth row contains 8 elements. So absolutely the fifth row will contain 10 elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and again 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 10 elements. So on analyzing the pattern, we are getting like this. So before solving this problem, we need to divide the whole pattern into two parts. Like this is our first part. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yeah. So this 5 is not including here. It should be in this. Should be excluded. So after the second part is just the repetition of the previous part. So right here 1 is in first part and the second part is repeating the 1 here. So same 1 2 is in first part and it is repeating in decrementing wise, right? So for this we need to write a for loop. Absolutely this whole pattern is under the control of nested loops. So for I is equal to 0, I lesser than 5. Yeah, now just let me explain. Here is all these things. So this is the pattern, right? 1 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1. So for maintaining the row we need one for loop, right? So for I is equal to 0, I lesser than 4 in this case, then I plus plus. Then after that inside this for loop we need to define one more for loop for traversing in the column wise. So this is the column wise, right? This is the column 1. We need to transfer like this. So for that, for j is equal to, okay, now just a minute. For confusion, I'm just reading it as I is equal to 1, I lesser than or equal to 4. Okay. So then here for j is equal to 1, j lesser than or equal to I, then j plus plus. So we are initially targeting only this part alone. So in order to print 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So on analyzing the first part pattern, we find first row contain one element, second row contain two elements, the third row contain three elements, and the fourth row will contain four elements. Similarly, the n row will contain n elements. So for that, we are just giving the condition is like j lesser than or equal to I. Then again we need to print here j. So print, let me just give as print of j. Okay, followed by one semicolon. After just closing this for loop, again we need to store this value. Here on analyzing the pattern, you could see this 2 is repeating here also, as well as the 3 is repeating here also. Similarly, the condition with 4 also like that. 4 is repeating there also. So for that, we need to store one. We need to initialize one variable and assign to a j previous value, right? So I'm just taking it as k. K is equal to j minus 1. Why I'm giving it as minus 1 means after the j loop comes out of the loop, suppose if it is in the case of second row means j value is 3, then 3 lesser than or equal to 2, the condition become false. It need to comes out of this loop. So after that k will store the value like k is equal to 3 minus 1. Now the k value will be 2, right? So for this again we need one more loop to transversing this. So for that, for let me take m is equal to k, then m greater than or equal to 1, then m minus minus, then just we will print m value. After that, uh, yeah, after that we will print one new line character. So why I am giving the condition like this? Because on analyzing the pattern you could see 2 2. So here 2 is there, here also 2 is there. So for that purpose I am just assigning it to m is equal to k. Then why I am decrementing the m loop is, sorry, because m is equal to 2 here, then I need to go for 1. Suppose if in the case of third row means this m is equal to 3 and after decrementing it m is equal to 2, then m is equal to 1. So here we have just stop it as m is equal to 1 because all the last element or all the row contains the last element is 1. So therefore we are stopping like this. Now let me explain this, compile this program. So for this we need one scanner plus s equal to new scanner system.in. So for scanner class we need one import java dot util dot star package, right? So for getting the number of rows we need to get the input from the user. So int rows is equal to sc dot next int. So as we seen in the explanation part, we need to declare 4 variables, right? I, j, k and m. So now let me declare this 4 variable int I, j, k and m. So inside for loop we give the condition like I is equal to 1, I lesser than or equal to rows, then I plus plus. Then inside the for loop for j is equal to 1, j lesser than or equal to I, then j plus plus. After that we need to print the j value here, right? So system dot out dot print. So here no need of giving any new line character, so that's why I'm just giving system dot out dot print the value j followed by space. So after the after the j loop, we need to assign k is equal to j minus 1. Then after that, for m is equal to k, m greater than or equal to 1, greater than and equal to 1, m minus minus. So now we just want to print m value, print m followed by one space. Then after the end of the m for loop, we need to give one new line character, out dot print ln. So now let me run this program. Here we need to enter the number of rows. Now let me give the number of rows as 4. So here we are getting the similar pattern, right? 1 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 4, sorry, 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1. Now let me give another example. In this case, I'm just giving 10 as the number of rows. So here you are getting the following output for the 10 rows number. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Similarly in the reverse order, 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. So this is how the above pattern should be printed. So if you have any other logic, kindly comment in the session. So thank you for watching this video. Keep support. Thank you.